You're not doing your makeup?
Hello all you baby bats and bad witches, it's Marilyn, and for this tutorial I'm going to be showing you my transformation into the lipstick face demon. This character is from the Insidious horror franchise, and it's known by many other names like Red Face Man, as well as the man with the fire on his face, but honestly, with the name like Lipstick Face Demon, I couldn't help myself and I had to make this look my own. I would say my version of this demon is pretty much his girlfriend, especially because I caught my man reading me in that first clip, but mainly because I love the actor who plays this demon, Joseph Bashara. I'll be showing you how to create this similar hairstyle to his, and using some drag makeup techniques, and of course a lot of glitter. So if that interests you, please make sure to stick around and subscribe to my channel for more. And to best keep up with all of my content, I'll link all of my social media down below. I'm gonna start off with my hair just to make sure to get it out of the way from all of the paint. I'm beginning by making my hair split down the middle, and I'm going to be creating two buns on the side, twisting my hair towards my face. I'm leaving the ends out for later. I'm wrapping my bun towards my face as well, and this is important to get that really fanned out look to my ends. My hair is pretty long, so I had to wrap it a few times around the bun, but now I'm just securing it down with the hair tie, and I'm leaving the ends out. If you look at the demon's hair, it looks like he's bald at the top, and then like halfway down his head he has like a little fluffy old man patch of hair by his ears. So that's what I'm trying to replicate, but in like a cuter way. So I'm just repeating that same step, twisting towards my face, wrapping it around, leaving out the ends, and then tying it off. I ended up really liking this hairstyle, and I kind of want to wear it just for like every day. It's super easy. You could see how fast I did this just now on camera, so it should be really easy to recreate. Now I'm going to be adjusting the little tufts of hair on the sides by teasing them out. Just want to play with them to spike them out exactly how I want. Once the top is flat and I have the fluffy sides, I'll be adding the Got2b Freeze Hold hairspray to spike out the tips of my hair. To begin this makeup, I'm going to be blocking my eyebrows using the glue stick method. First, I'm starting off by cleaning off my eyebrows to get off any excess oils from the hair. Next, I'm going to be really working that into the brow, back and forth, and in the direction that they grow. I'm flattening the hairs to my face using a spoolie. This brow cover doesn't have to be perfect because I'll be covering it all up with glitter anyway, but to make sure that it's as smooth as possible, I'm pressing down some loose powder into them. I know I went through this brow cover really fast, but it's because I already have a tutorial up on my channel for it, so make sure to check it out for any additional tips. To prepare my face for the paint I'll be using, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now with the brown pencil, I'm sketching out where I want all of my lines to go. I'll be using this as a guide to where I want to put all my paint down. Since I'll be using some water-activated paint, I don't want any of that near my eye area, so I'm going to be sketching out around it for where I want to put some eyeshadow and some liner later on. The shape that I'm going for here is a really upturned, skeletal-inspired eye that's basically like a big void. For the forehead, I'm going to be creating some slashes where I want to lay down my black paint. Most of this face paint is going to be red, but for the black details, I want to make sure that I know where I'm going to put them so I can make them as sharp as possible. Around the nostrils, I want to make them pointed and kind of unique. His nose is really crooked and scary, so I'm going to be taking that all the way up onto the cheeks too. The entire time that I'm sketching, I am looking back at my reference photo, but honestly, you can just make it really random to make it your own. Now that all my guidelines are complete, I'm going to go over it with the paint. For this, I'm using the Diamond Effects water-activated face paints. The brush that I'm using actually comes with this kit, and I'm going to be using that to outline all of the spaces where I'm going to be adding the black. Since the red is the main color that's going to be going all over the face, I want to make sure not to have too much overlap or have any of that red paint under the black, just to make sure that the black shade comes out really rich and dark. This year was my first time trying out more of these watercolor eyeliners and face paints, and I really like the technique that you have to use with the brush. It's all mostly about how you mix it together though, in order to get the color opacity correct. The trick to getting the best color payoff from these kinds of paints is to let the water sit in it and mix it really well. You don't want it to be too runny, but also not too thick. I'm super picky about my reds, and I really like the one in this palette because it's not too orange or bright, and the formula on this color in particular doesn't crack. This is what happens if you don't let the water sit long enough, or if you just use too much water in general, and here I'm also using the wrong type of brush. I was just being lazy, it happens to all of us, but it was really easy to clean up since it is water-based. I just went in and kind of went for it. I liked the way that it was running down my neck, so I decided to add that as a detail, and went back over that red patch that got bled through with the black. I switched over to a smaller brush that would actually work for this type of paint, and here you could see how beautiful and rich this dark color looks when you just put it onto your bare skin. When I first bought this paint palette, I was researching some of the best black watercolors, and this one was one that kept coming up, so I really do like it. It's really, really dark, and just depends on how you mix it. On my neck, I sheared it out a little bit just to blend it out, and also I'm using whatever is left over from my first fail on that brush to paint my ears as well. The actual lipstick face demon has his whole body pretty much blacked out, so if you're going to recreate this to make it more realistic or for a costume, I would just paint the whole neck black, but honestly, I don't feel comfortable with that, and I think this design is a lot more interesting, and anyways, I would probably wear this with just like a black corset, something a little bit more my style and more glamorous. For some final touches, I'm going in and detailing some red on my ears and my neck as well, and this is going to complete the base for the makeup. Next, to move on to the eyes, I don't want to use these paints on there because it is a more sensitive area, so as a base I'm using the NYX Black Bean Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is going to make blending out the black eyeshadow a lot more easier, especially next to the different textures of the brow cover and the paint and my actual skin. To blend that out, I'm using a stiff synthetic brush and working it out all the way to the edges. To set the eyeshadow base, I'm going to be using the Creepy Cute palette with the shade Void. I'm applying the shade using the Moda Pro Domed Shadow Brush. The last part to fill in is the lips, and I'm going to be using the Glam Goth Beauty Nightmare lipstick for the outsides and filling it in with the shade Blood Rose. I'm creating a really exaggerated shape to give this lipstick face demon some ombre lip art. Next, I'm going to highlight using the Dangerous glitter from Glam Goth Beauty. I'm applying it on top of the NYX glitter base. I'm placing it over the center of my eyelids, and then I'm also going to be taking that onto the high points of my cheeks. I love the little components that these glitters are held in because I just shake it onto my finger and it keeps this whole look very mess-free. For lashes, I'll be applying these that I made custom out of some wrapping paper tissue that has like glitter on it. I also made a pair of matching bottom sets, and instead of using setting powder, I'm going to be using glitter. So over the red spots, I'm going in with the shade Carry, and I'm applying it with a big eyeshadow brush just for some extra precision. I love the texture and dimension that this glitter gives to the look, just because, especially if you're wearing this out for Halloween, when it's dark and spooky out, you're going to be glowing in the dark. Glitter looks really nice under low light. I know I've strayed a lot from the original look, but this is what I see when I think of lipstick face demon, so I just wanted to bring my vision and my little touch to this character. Also, I pretty much just wanted an excuse to reuse these eyelashes. I had made them, I believe, a couple years ago for DragCon, and since we didn't have one this year, I wanted to whip them out for a Halloween look. If you're using glitter over large patches of skin like this, I really would recommend the NYX glitter base just because it does wash off really easily. And for a final touch on the lips, I felt like it was missing something, so I added my Sally gloss from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. And this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching my interpretation of the lipstick face demon from Insidious. This makeup look was so fun to create. I've had it in my mind for so long, but not as long as it's gonna take for me to get rid of all of this glitter. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel as well. For a closer look at all of my makeup, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at MarilynMugBeat. I'll see you next time. Bye!